Hi, my name is David Maherg. Today we're going to learn how to create a case at the Armanino support portal. This is the place to go if you want to get support from Armanino. So our URL, the website that you'll go to, is https://armanino.atlassian.net, just like up there in the upper left-hand corner. The key button that I want you to see on your dashboard is the Create button, because that's where you're going to go to create new cases. You just click it, and up will pop the Create Issue window. The defaults will fall into place. For example, Project, Samples Galore. That happens to be a sample company we're using for today's example. But it will be your company name, and then that's the only one you'll see, so that's perfectly good. The issue type, it will default to Advanced Support. The summary line, that happens to be the title. So this is the case title. And this, you just want to type just enough in here that will help identify what this particular case is about. For example, if you're doing a trial balance issue and you want to something's going on with that, you can put a trial balance in the title. That way, when you see it, you'll recognize what this case is about. Priority. It will default to priority 3. Now that's the middle of 5 priorities. You can select a priority 1, or what we call a blocker, or a priority 2, and you can even select 2 levels that are below the major level, and that is priority 4 and 5. It just all depends on what you feel this case is, because we trust your judgment. Now the description level, this is the detail area. You will type all the information about this particular case in this window. And so you want to include what you're experiencing, what the issue is, maybe some of the things that you've tried already so we don't have to repeat them. Anything that would be appropriate. You have full-blown text here, so go ahead and knock yourself out. The attachment. This is where you can attach any type of electronic document. For example, you can do screenshots. That's often a good way to let us know what's going on with what's happening on the screen. However, if you want to have us work on a report, you can print the report, mark it up, and then rescan it and attach it here. That way we'll have an example of exactly what it is you're trying to do. So the attachment can be a very handy thing. If we scroll down a wee bit, the case type will default to support. Now, support is the default. You do not want to change it. If you do change it, we won't see it. So it's very important that you leave it at support. Under software, down here, you have a full list of all the Armanino products that we support. The phone number, this can be very, very helpful. So I'm going to encourage you to always put in a phone number. I'm going to go ahead and put in my number, 2846, and I'm going to put in my email address. Now, why do we ask for these things? Well, very simply, we want to be able to contact you very readily and very easily, and so both of these items will make that available to us. And finally, under contact name, some email addresses don't always type out your full name. Now, mine does. Many of you don't, in terms of if it might be first initial last name or something like that, and we don't really know what that first initial is. So we ask you to type the full name down below just so we can identify exactly who we should be talking to. Finally, to create the case, all we have to do is press Create. So that's created the issue. Now we see an indicator up here that it's been successfully created. Let's go take a look at the Issues link at the toolbar up on top. So if I go here, I can see that I've got a couple of them. So here's this one. I'm going to select this particular one, which is SG2, and there it is. We've got all the information right there. Now, if you want to come in later, you can update this case by going Comment down below. So this is your comment. You notice in the email that just came up in the lower right, it was just announcing to all of us on the support desk that the support ticket has been created. So that's a good indicator that somebody will see it, hopefully. So we're going to press Add, and there you go. So now you have just updated the case. The other area that's of great importance to you is the people area. By default, you will be selected as the reporter if you create the case. In this case, I've logged in as Stephanie Maherg, so that's who's listed as the reporter. The assignee, however, is the person on the Armanino side that will be assigned to help you resolve the case. Now, if this stays unassigned for a long period of time, you need to be a little bit concerned about that. Perhaps let me know what's going on. But it should not be. It should be picked up very quickly by our staff, and they will then assign themselves typically. So that's all there is to it, to creating a case. And then eventually we will resolve your issue. We'll be able to close it out, and it will become part of history. That history will stay with us as long as we have a business relationship. And as a result, you'll be able to look in the future if you want to look back at different cases that have occurred as a possible solution to the issue. If it happens again, you certainly can do so. And we do encourage that. Thanks very much for watching today. We're happy to share this experience with you, and we're looking forward to seeing your cases come in.